Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sing or Cimnanya, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. I came across this video and I thought I'd share it with us because it's only Black people that people wake up to tell them how to react or how to feel over the things they are going through and what is happening around them. And I came across this video. Actually, is a big sister who was also telling us about how they are so quick to stereotype people that look like me and the rest of it. So I came across another video which this man was actually saying that why is it that Black people have victim mentality? And I am asking, wait, how do we have victim mentality that we come out all the time to express how we feel or what is going on in Black community or the things that has happened to Black community or Black history, right? And it is victim mentality. Then he went further to say that it's only them that cannot say that they are proud of their culture or their race, right? Because each time they say it, it means that he is a rate deceased and all that. And I really have a lot of problems, or like, with what he came out to say. But then it is them. They are the ones that wake up every day to stereotype people, or the ones that wake up every day to tell you that they are the victims, that they are the oppressed. Because right now he is acting that he is oppressed, that he is the victim. You know what? Stay glued. Let's get into this video.
How it feels to be white. Imagine being a race that you're not allowed to be proud of.
Genuinely asking, what are the things? Maybe I'm just missing part of this.
If I put up that I'm proud to be white, people would comment that I'm the most racist person in the world.
Not the most, but I definitely, again, would have questions like, what qualifies this? What is the pride from?
Imagine being blamed for something that you were never a part of.
No one's blaming you for being a part of it, but we definitely benefit from a system because of what we look like, built to oppress other people so that we can get ahead. There's irrefutable evidence behind this, and if you don't believe me, if you were to be able to come back from this life as another color, would you come back as Black?
Imagine that you can't get a job now because of the color of your skin.
Oh, you're so close with this one. You're so close. That is their experience, not ours.
Like literally they tell you that we're not hiring any white people right now. We need more people of ethnicity here.
That's false. They can't do that, and if they did, you could sue. So, false.
Imagine being straight and white and Christian. You're like the triple threat of hatred.
Did you just say if you're white, straight, and Christian that you're the triple threat of hatred?
Imagine being told that you have an ideology that you don't have.
Share with me your ideology, then.
Just because you're white, you're racist.
It's not because you're white, dude. It's because of the other things you just said. I want to make content about other stuff, but there's so many of you. White people, this video is only for you. You are my target audience. Yes, this is the Black Bike Week lady who's commenting. I make content on this application solely for white ears. I don't know how else to say that. I only make content to educate white people. While there may be Black people in the comments or that follow me that affirm the things that I'm saying and keep me on track, which is a very important part of this process, I might add, because the day I get off track, I become one of the people that needs to be realigned, and it happens to all of us, to a different level of severity. I'm not here to be a white savior or do these unique things where I seek out videos. Ironically, I don't scroll anymore. If I'm tagged in something repeatedly, that's how I find you. Other people put me onto your video. Lastly, I think the most important part of this is when feedback is given, not responding. Just take some feedback. Unpack it, whether it be right or wrong, because we all get feedback of all different degrees. Just take a minute, step back, understand where someone else is coming from. I've been wrong before, I'll be wrong again. Everybody's been wrong. It's okay. Just take some feedback and be better.
Good morning, TikTok. So I'm coming at you this morning with a bit of a PSA. As a Black person, I've noticed that a lot of us do things unconsciously, the same way that white people do, sometimes if you are a self-aware person, you realize and you understand what you're doing. If not in the moment, then later on, you're self-aware enough to examine your actions and, make a determination as to what it was, was going on with you in that moment. But I think that a lot of black people are just as unconscious as white people are in a lot of ways. And one of those ways includes the way we have adapted, or should I say adopted, the patriarchy. I think that a lot of black people will attempt to control other black people for the benefit of the patriarchy. I mean, while we are constantly saying things like we are not a monolith, it is black people, more so than anyone, who expects us all to walk, talk, act, and think alike. And so when we are not falling in line with the patriarchy, then black people attempt to control or corral those black people who are not doing it. Those black people who do not view the world through the lens of patriarchy. A lot of us celebrate holidays, American holidays, because at the end of the day, white people told us to. And I think that a lot of us have adopted their God and their religion because at the end of the day, white people told us to. I think that a lot of us are bigots at the end of the day because white people told us to be, which is why we hate gay people or trans people. And so when we see other black people living a free life, we attempt to try to control them for the patriarchy, the benefit and the comfort of the patriarchy and or white people, white supremacy. On my platform, if you follow me for a while, you know that I don't typically have trivial conversations. I tend to talk about things that I think are important. And you would be surprised at exactly how many black people will ignore the point that I'm making in the video and hyper focus on the fact that I'm wearing a bonnet in the video. That's what they care about. The patriarchy is also a hierarchy, and so it's men on top and then women on the bottom. And so if I don't have black men trying to control me for the benefit of white patriarchy, I have black women attempting to control me for the male of the gaze of the black male, also via patriarchy. Because I am expected to care what white people think about me, and I am expected to care about what men think about me, black men. And if I don't care about those things that I have been conditioned to care about from birth, then I'm a problem that needs fixing. And so people attempt to try to fix me. You know how you see those viral videos and you might see like black people stealing something out of Walmart, and then you see white people in the comments, well, but you will always see black people in the comments that will say things like, that's why they think we're all ignorant, or that's why they think that we're all thieves, or that kind of thing. Whether you realize it in that moment, that is you trying to control other black people for the patriarchy. That is you making all black people the monolith that white people say that we are. That is you feeding into the narrative that we don't all get to be individuals like they do. Take their criminality, for instance. Whenever one of them walks into a building carrying an assault weapon, the first thing that gets mentioned in the first article or interview is lone wolf. He, they, she was a lone wolf. Despite the fact that there have been so many of those lone wolves, they still get to be individuals. Me sitting on my back porch minding my own business, gardening or doing a TikTok isn't a representation of all black women, not every single black woman. I am my own individual, and so is the next black woman. Also, I have read many history books, and no group of people on this planet has committed the heinous, most atrocious acts ever done, or committed, shall I say, than white people. White people are in no position to judge black people. And the fact that you seem to think that they are, the fact that you attempt to control other black people for their benefit because of rules that they created and that they say that the rest of us should go by, is proof positive that you have some unconditioning to do. You have some deconstruction to do. That you have bought into white patriarchy, white supremacy. You have internalized racism much more deeply than you even understand. And you need to sit with that. I will never care what whiteness thinks about the bonnet on my head. I'm never going to care. You're never going to make me care. You're never going to get me to care. I'm never going to care. I have seen with my own eyes the shit that white people be out here doing. And I have seen with my own eyes the shit that men be out here doing. And so, yeah, I'm never going to care about their opinions. And if at the end of the video, this video, I have prompted you enough to maybe rethink some of the things that you think, I have helped you understand that you need some work. It's not your fault, by the way. We have all been conditioned to follow these rules of society. The rules that white people set. Rules that they don't follow but expect everyone else to follow. Doesn't make you a horrible person. It just means you got a little work to do. That's all.
So this is all I got from the video, and a very big shout out to her. She does a great content, and I love how she talk real truth about what is going on, and I love also the fact that she says it without looking back, like she tells her truth. I absolutely love that. And the comment section, I was also able to grab some screenshot, and I hope you also see the screenshot on what people are saying over the topic she actually brought out. And I also remember that there was a time that well was a thing on social media, especially TikTok, and I also, while I was scrolling through her comment, I saw a white woman also saying that the same thing that they do is also that when a black person do it, that it's always the problem. Like, it's okay for them to do it, but it is not okay for people that look like me to do it. Why? Because they have that immunity or that privilege and all of that. They don't see themselves as like the bad people. But when it is from the other people, like people that look, it's always a problem. Just like the way she also explained that where she lives, that she also see people, colored people also go to stores to take things and all that. But if it is a black person, it's always, it makes the news, and it's always like, it doesn't come out very good. I am not saying that stealing is okay, but I am trying to tell you that the privilege, some people actually do not understand the privilege they hold or how they are immune to some certain things and the rest of it. So moving forward, the reality is that so many things being, I don't know, but I don't think it's something new, but it's something like we've already have known that being black comes with a lot of tough times, a lot of restrictions, so many things that comes with it. But then what are we going to do? We just have to try as much as we can to keep doing what we do as people in order to move forward and to overcome some certain things as people. And knowing that there is no ground that we cannot break. That is something that I always tell myself, because sometimes they put a tag or they say this is where you are supposed to reach. You are not supposed to reach a particular place, because I have actually seen them saying that maybe as someone that look like you are not supposed to handle a managerial a managerial post or a higher skill or a higher position. Why? Because you are not built for that you are built for label. The truth is that we are built for everything. There is nothing we can do. We can be doctors, we can be politicians, we can be nurses, we can be lawyers, we can be. There is nothing we put our mind on that we cannot do. And I hope we continue to educate ourselves, and I hope they also understand that I don't know if that is ever going to happen, but knowing that, I mean, the fact that we wake up every day to hear things like black people this, black people that, and the rest of it is just something that tells you how upset some people are, because it looks like some people go to sleep thinking about black people and they also wake up thinking about black people and all that. So yeah, when we talk about when you see them writing all they say, the stereotype they say or they talk about people that look like me, that we are this, we are that, it is also the same thing happening in their own community. When we come to politics, Western world and all that, are they not the most amazing people all over? When you should understand what I am saying, but they are always very quick to call us names, savages, barbaric, criminals, and all that. But when you look down, sit down, you definitely will find out who the real ones are. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.